This is a cafe that most people across urban India are familiar with. But few know that this outlet in Bangalore's Brigade Road is where CCD's interesting journey started out. Way back in 1996. Today, walk into any branch of the cafe chain and you'll see youngsters hanging out and chatting up with their cups of coffee. But ironically, this wasn't the way it was first planned. Cafe Coffee Day started its story wanting to be a cyber cafe, just when India was getting hooked onto the internet. But a plethora of such cafes later, CCD decided to stick to its core, its coffee, and that in a sense was a new route to take. And today, CCD is the largest cafe retail chain in India, with over 1,000 cafes in 175 cities. Much of Cafe Coffee Day's success is thanks to its appeal with youngsters who took to it early. What's more, with higher spending power with them, CCD is also going all out to woo them. But it wasn't always this easy. CCD had a lot of learning to do as it dealt with a new wave of competitors, each promising a different connect. Cafe Coffee Day had the first mover advantage, but was that enough?
When Cafe Coffee Day came to us in 2008 about a potential rebrand, I remember one of the first conversations that we had with the company was about the business reason to change. They were a pioneer and a leader, they had a healthy business, they were growing fast, and they had an iconic brand. So why change? The company actually explained to us that they did not want to rest on their laurels and that they were in fact preparing for their next stage of domestic as well as international expansion, and that they saw brand as a key driver of this growth. Therefore, they wanted to make sure that their brand positioning was as sharp as possible, that their brand identity was refreshed to connect better with consumers, and that they had a defined and differentiated cafe experience that would make consumers come in more often and hang out a lot longer as well.
So, how did they do it? Here's the starting point.
Vidisha, thanks so much for being on this show. I remember that a few years back when CCD was starting to think about change, you were the one who really felt strongly and convinced the management that they needed to go in for repositioning. Why did you feel so strongly about it?
You know, at that point in time, we had commissioned what we call the brand archetype research, which essentially, threw an insight into what's the kind of image of the brand in the consumer's mind and in the youth's mind. So at that point in time, when the research report was presented to us, amongst other insights, there was one very key insight that came out, and that was that while the brand in the last so many decades had evolved, it had evolved in the consumer's mind, it had evolved in the business's mind, in the headquarters' mind, somewhere down the line the identity hadn't kept up its pace with the brand. And there was a clear gap between the way consumers were looking at us as a brand and the way the identity was. And that was a clear gap, and that's what was pretty much of a shocker to us, and we said we needed to do something about it. And that was really the background of embarking into this big brand transformation story.
As with any successful consumer-oriented business, an appealing proposition and ability to connect with a target customer is very important. So after much deliberation, Lulu and team came up with several repositioning options for Cafe Coffee Day.
When we develop brand positioning options for our clients, usually there are 2 or 3 options that emerge from all of the insights on consumers, on competitors, the industry, as well as the company itself. In Cafe Coffee Day's case, there were 3 distinct positionings that emerged. One was about the brand being good company, the second about real coffee, real moments, and the third, the social hub. Social hub actually resonated most strongly with the team because it was based on the key insight that consumers in India weren't going to cafe to carve out their personal space, but to connect with friends, with colleagues and family, and that the brand could be very well positioned as a catalyst for conversation.
The idea of the happening hangout place or social hub was a repositioning strategy that CCD finally zeroed in on.
Immersing in the positioning, How did you start thinking about translating that into the cafe experience itself? Because I'm sure one of your tasks is to increase the stickiness of cafes and to elevate the experience overall. Have you found that that positioning has been very powerful in driving innovation?
Absolutely. See, once in our minds, all of us have a, what shall I say, shared goal or a shared thought that this brand stands for enabling conversations, enabling meaningful conversations, then that flows. That flows in everything that we do, whether it's about a cup that is being served, in which your coffee is being served, or let's say the tissues that you use inside a cafe, or the actions and activations that we do in and around a cafe. Most of them are around how do we enable this conversation and how do we make this situation in such a way that this conversation is more meaningful, resulting in the consumer staying with us for a little longer and hopefully have that extra cup of tea. So that's been quite a clear ride, and I think the thought has been quite well internalized and everyone's understood what this brand now stands for, and that reflects in the way we behave across functions now.
Interesting. How have consumers come to know that Cafe Coffee Day has changed? Is it when they walk into cafes? Because you're a brand that's built itself using non-conventional media. Maybe you can share with us a little bit about how you've communicated the change and how you are building the brand today?
See, very often when people ask me this question about conventional and non-conventional media, actually these lines are blurring now. Supposing we currently have 1,080 cafes, right? So if I were to look at these 1,080 cafes as 1,080 billboards, then how would you value it? The way it would reflect on your budgetary statement would be very different. And as you know, 60-70% of our cafes are on high streets. So it's actually high street hoardings that we have. So there's no better means or media by which to communicate to the consumer that we have changed other than what we reflect in the billboards, which is our logo or the way the frontage of our stores look. That's one part of it. The second part of it is the fact that we are pretty big in digital space. What I mean by that is we're not a brand that spends a lot of money on any form of media. So even in the digital, our indulgence has been more in the social media space. If I take the example of Facebook, which is perhaps today the largest youth connect in as far as India is concerned, we have about 500,000 fans on Facebook. And this includes the official page, which is about 4.5 lakhs, 450,000. And there are about 60-odd thousand which have been generated by fans on their own. So we have used this means as an effective means of communicating to people the philosophy behind the change, what exactly is the change, and therefore we've been able to constantly hear from people on how they are embracing this change, or are they in line with what we are thinking, and so on and so forth. So that's been an easy way for us to go about it. And like I said, the cafe is the biggest medium, followed by the digital space.
Wow Momo enters a strategic partnership with Cafe Coffee Day. Wow Momo kiosks will now be placed in CCD outlets to create a wider reach and network.
Two homegrown brands join hands. Tell me, how does this strategic partnership work? I understand Wow Momo kiosks will be placed in CCD outlets. Sagar, take me through the specifics of this partnership.
So basically, this is in reality local going vocal, So basically, tough times, Corona times. So adverse time calls for being resilient. It calls for, being diverse. It calls for being agile. I think both Cafe Coffee Day and us felt that, there needs to be some consolidation in the space. And in my chat with their team, we felt why not, get into a collaboration where we could have a shop-in-shop format inside their store. So this is going to be a Wow Momo kiosk, which is going to be placed inside the Cafe Coffee Day stores. Maybe in some stores that have arrangement for an outside seating, the kiosk will be played outside. In some stores that have an arrangement for an inside seating, the kiosk will be played inside. But we have a typical bright yellow Wow Momo kiosk, a Wow Momo store placed inside every Cafe Coffee Day that we are beginning the pilot with. So this is more like a shop-in-shop. And, it's all about sweating the asset better. So in a way, it gives us more visibility and more points of sale. And, we will be more visible in the app. Home delivery is the new now post-COVID, but post the lockdown. And during this entire phase, it's about being more visible in the app. It's about being able to provide a new kind of a food arrangement for the customers of Cafe Coffee Day, where they can do a dine-in or a takeaway. Very, very keen to tap on their customers. I think Momo and coffee does make a great wow combination.
Everywhere it's there. It's just almost there everywhere.
Well, for me, it's been a great experience because it's at this very Cafe Coffee Day on Level Road that we started discussing and ideating about bringing rock bands and giving the live music experience to a larger audience in India. We started with Sir Elton John, went on to do the Rolling Stones, Roger Waters of Pink Floyd, Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits, Aerosmith, and many such bands that followed. And what's great is that all these ideas came out of discussions sitting in a Cafe Coffee Day.
I share a very special relationship with Coffee Day, a special bond. The reason why I say a special relationship because it has helped me nurture my own relationship today with my husband. It was way back in 2003 that I met him at Cafe Coffee Day. I would say I was very lucky and I got married, for 2 years back.